Just a group of burial hills were trashed here. As you can see, the remains of those mounds and holes in it. It's like 5 here and 4 huge over here, or even 5. So it's 10 mounds, 10 group of mounds, and 11th one over there. I wonder how often we have 2 different mountains of a different structure sticking right out of each other, and with totally different structure, because we have a bunch of trees here in Russia with we have like 2 trees here of one kind, and this is a pine tree, very huge one in fact. Okay, so how could that be possible if we don't see it on the mountains, or we do? How it could be possible for them not to be trees of a different kind? So we have to, I've been talking about this like half a year ago, and the first time I've been talking about this like 2 years ago, and nobody answered that question yet, because we don't have such research going on. I want you people to look around. If you have mountains of a different structure sticking out of 2 rocks, in fact maybe 2 flat rocks, who knows, and one of it is a little bit different in structure than the other, and they are so close, that could be proven, that could be exactly different trees, different giant trees, like this example. Okay, another burial hill here, looks pretty huge, and they date him like 11th to 13th century. There's like a group of them here. This one is pretty huge. It's like maybe 6 meters wide in diameter. And a couple of small ones, like 1, 2, maybe 4 or 5 more, but a lot smaller. And this one is huge. It's like maybe 3 meters height and 6 meters in diameter. So people always ask me, what about the rituals of those who were dead in the past? Why they wanted to get burned to ashes instead of being buried? I think the answer is easy, and I'm gonna be talking about it. Okay, guys, so the question for today is why people prefer being burned after death than to be buried. I think the answer is very simple. Simple because we have to understand that if this is a locked cell and it's correlates to what I'm thinking, so you cannot like physically escape the cell, just like you cannot physically escape the prison unless you dig some hole or something like this in the wall. But this is very ridiculous in our world, because it's all surveillance everywhere, and it's all guarded, all the places, all the spaces, so everything is guarded. Somehow, somewhat, you cannot just escape the cell. There are some certain rules about it, is you can escape it only when you die. So why is that? Because you have to raise up like a soul, and it's like literally a heaven type of world where your soul does belong to, and stuff like this. So if it's a lower world, you go to a lower world. If it's a higher world, you go to a higher world. That's literally just a pie type of structure, the multi-cell universes on each flat surface, right? So this is kind of reminds me of a certain information. Why actually people prefer to be buried? Because of some simple fact that if you cheat the cell, you can stay here while you're dead. How can you do that? Well, you can be like buried here or mummified, and that's how you end up being a spirit that nobody wants to contact to, because physical body doesn't match you in all those frequencies and doesn't even recognize you as a visual object, so you cannot like interact with them. But some say there's ghosts, and that can be moving objects, they can be talking to live people. I'm not very skeptical about it, because everything is possible, but I haven't seen any of those clean souls that be talking to a living person. Only the dark souls, only those who cannot be like going to so-called heavens, to the upper worlds, to the Asgards and all those interesting worlds, only them can be talking to a physical person, so they can see him clearly. And those that you cannot see clearly, or you have to make some special technical or spiritual activities, those are only the dark souls that left here while being mummified or buried. And this is not the end of the topic.